Hello, boys and girls, and welcome once again to an evening full of wonderment here in the Yellow Hippo Studios. My name is Fred Handel, your host for tonight. There we go. Tonight we're gonna have. Oh, wait a second. I have the wrong list there. That was the previous. But you think I have not come prepared? Well, you're wrong, because I have come prepared, because this is the things to do for today. So I need some tape. There we go. Cut tape. I'll tape this over here so we can all see what is up and what is about to happen. Once again, in an evening full of wonderment here in the Yellow Hippo Studios. My name is Fred Handel, your host for this evening. This evening is going to be a very informative evening. I am actually going to explain something and give you some information about things that you might have no idea about, or maybe you have some idea about. And then you can just check if your ideas were right or not, or if mine, they might be wrong. Who knows? Time will tell. And time will start now. As you can see there on the top, there's the beer test. And it also says, I don't know if you can read it, it says Dors. Huh? That's actually the same beer test I did the other day when I used all the little shot glasses. Because simply I don't have any other beer here to test yet, still. But I have an idea. Well, actually I don't have the idea. The idea came to me by a very friendly person with the name of John Donahue. I hope I pronounced his name right. John Donahue. And he suggested that I would test the Black Isle Organic Scotch Ale in one of my videos. Thank you, John. Wonderful idea. And I will definitely go and search for such an item, for such a beverage called the Black Isle Organic Scotch Ale. I'm gonna put that to the beer test as soon as I have found one. So for tonight, for this episode of An Evening Full of Wonderment here in the Yellow Hippo Studios with you and me, your host, Fred Handel, we're going to test another bottle of Dors. Can you see Dors? And we're going to pour it in this Stiegel glass. Actually, I should do a beer testing Stiegel, because Stiegel is very nice. It's from Austria. And we all know that Mozart is from Austria. And Mozart did very nice things. So this beer is also very nice. Adolf Hitler also came from Austria, but he didn't do very nice things. But this beer is Dors. It's not Stiegel, but Stiegel is very nice. Look at the cool logo, Stiegel. It is very old glass, but they still have the same logo. So, cheers, Stiegel. And cheers, Mozart. Wolfgang Amadeus, that's his name. For people that don't know his first name, he had two, Wolfgang and Amadeus. And they just called him Wolfgang, or Wolfie. As the son of Eddie Van Halen. It's also called Wolfgang. And they also call him Wolfie. There we go. Cheers. So, that's that done and over with. Great beer. Okay, not a surprise, because the other day was also great beer. And if I'm not mistaken, I have done the beer testing of Dors several times before. So we need new beer. I'm going to be on the lookout for the Black Isle Organic Scotch Ale. Thank you, John Donahue, once again, for an evening full of wonderment here in the Yellow Hippo Studios with me, your host, Fred Handel. There we go. Tonight we are going to I am going to tell you a little bit about the pedals on the piano. There's a piano and there's like 3 pedals. Some pianos have 2 pedals, some have 1, some have none, but those are not pianos. They're herring carts. Or, I don't know, bicycles. No, bicycles have 2 pedals. Freddy, focus. The piano, the beer test, I have to check the check mark here. The beer test doors. If you have any suggestions for a beer that I should test here in the Yellow Hippo Studios, once again, very welcome, very much. My name is Fred Handel, your host for this evening. If you have a nice idea for a beer test, please send me the name of the beer, and I will go and look for it. And if I cannot find it, maybe you can send me one, and I'll drink it here, and I'll shout out your name, and I'll make you famous, just as famous I am myself. There we go. Beer test, dogs. Check. Next test. It's not a test, dude. The piano pedals. Okay. A short introduction. I'm going to do a little review on the 3 pedals on my piano. Because my piano has 3 pedals. There is a sustain pedal. There is a silent pedal. And there's a mute pedal. Now, and they all do different things. If not, there would not be 3. So there's 3, and they all do different things. I'm going to start. Well, first I'll explain you what they do. Yeah, you know, they do different things. Then I'm going to do a little tutorial on the sustain pedal, because it's the pedal that's used most of the time. Because you have 3 pedals, and actually I only use 1. Very rarely I use the silent pedal, but pretty much I don't. Actually, I never do. Okay, I'm honest, I never do. Well, never is not really true, because sometimes I do use it. But that's actually, when I do use it, it's to show students what it does. And then we forget about it, mostly. Not always, and I'll give you an example in a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, probably half an hour. And knowing me, I just go on and on and on. In the Yellow Hippo Studios, once again, my evening is Fred Handel. Welcome, boys and girls. Okay, so 3 pedals. The sustain pedal, which I'll give you details, and I'll close up on the piano and everything. What happens when you press that pedal? The sustain pedal. Look, a piano. Calm down. The piano works like this. You have strings, you know, like on a guitar. Okay. So the whole piano. This is just 6 strings, and the piano has like I don't know, 489 strings. Because every string, every key has 3 strings. Well, the first 10 or 12 low ones have only 1 string, and then there's a couple with 2 strings, and then the rest is all 3 strings. There's 88 keys, so you do the math. I don't feel like counting them, but there's a lot of keys. But I'll show you a little bit. A guitar has only 6, so it's easy to show. So, and if you plug a key, it just keeps sounding until you damp it. So you just put your hand on it, or your head. Also stops then. With the piano, if you press a key, okay, I'll go here. No, I'm not going here. You press a key. Now, as long as you have the key down, it will resonate, and it will just keep sounding for, I don't know, 20 seconds, 25 seconds. I have no idea. As soon as you lift your finger up, it stops. See? Then it's short. Yeah, that's Cristofori, the guy who invented the piano, did a very good job with that. Because not everything will still be sounding. So what happens if you press a key? Like there's all these dampers, there's little dampers. I'll show you. Drop my plectrum. All these dampers are holding the keys, and as soon as you press a key, boop. Actually, the damper of one key. Let's say you press this key here, so boom. The damper goes off the strings and makes the string sound. And if you let the key go, the damper will go back, and you will hear nothing again. Once more, an example. I'm having my finger down, and let my finger up, and there it goes. Gone forever. Well, not forever. It'll be back in a minute, I'm sure. So that's what that's how the hammers and the dampers work. if you press the sustain pedal, because now we go, now pay attention now, 10 minutes, so pay attention now. If you press the sustain pedal, what happens, all the dampers from all the keys, you know, all the, go up, you know, so they leave all the keys alone. So if you do that, I'll do that now. There'll be more details in a second. So I press the pedal down now, sustain pedal. You can hear something from. If I press the note now, I'm not using my hands, and it's still going. So all the notes I pressed, they're still sounding. And then I came back here, lift my foot up, and then dampers go back, and they're gone. So that's the most important pedal. So I would like to do a little tutorial on the use of that pedal, because that's actually pretty much the most important pedal, and actually the only one I'm going to use. So I'm gonna, I made a setup here. Yes, I was really prepared for this. So look, I'm gonna put you here for a change, not on the ceiling, and I really hope that it will not fall over, because it's just barely balancing. If it does fall over, I'm sorry. I'll put it back up and I'll tape it somehow. Maybe I should tape it now. Freddy, tape it now. So, okay, here we go. So I'm going to put some piece of tape here on the phone. There we go. I'll tape it to this. Well, I don't think it will fall over. Okay, there we go. Ho, ho, ho. I hope you can see me. We're going. Oh, that's nice. First time I'm sitting down. I'm telling you something. Well, I'm always sitting down telling you something. Or I'm standing up, one of the two. So, this is the four chords that I'm going to use in this example. That's C major, A minor, so that's AM, or A minus, as the lazy jazz bastards do, F major, and G major. Those chords, when played in the root, they sound like this: C, E, G, A, C, E, F, A, C, and G, B, D. But what we're going to do, we're going to play those also. But what we're going to do, we're going to play them in a little melodic way. So we're going to play C, C, G, E, G. And as you can see, I put a little dot above the E, and then the next chord above the C, and the next chord above the A, and the next one in the B. That means that it's an octave higher than you would maybe suspect or whatever. It's not good. So it's let's start with the C. So we're gonna play C, G, E, G. Yeah. So these are the chords. Take notes. I'll wait for a second. You just take those notes. Take this down. Yeah, you got them? Okay, good, great. So I'll put that here. So I'm going to play those four chords as you have just written down. Just C, A minor, F, G. I'm going to play them once without the use of the sustain pedal. So this is the pedals here, and my feet are not there. See, I'm going to put them like this. There we go. So. That's the idea. So now I'm gonna move this leg up here, and when you play with the sustain pedal, you should realize that it's not the fact that you have to press it down every now and then, but the idea is you start with pressing it down, and the only thing you do is you let it go and press it down again. So basically it's down the whole time. It's pressed. So I'm going to start with pressing it down. Oh, you can see that? So, down. So now everything I touch now will be continuing to sound. I'll play the same thing. As you maybe hear, that becomes pretty much of a mess because I never let go of the pedal. So all the notes I've been playing, plus all the naturals over. But okay, that's another story. The harmonics, I mean. So that's a big mess. So you don't want to do that, you know. So you want to the chord that you are playing, you want to, you know, you want to keep hearing. That's fine, yeah. And then you want to go to your next chord, and you also want to keep it ringing. But the problem is, the previous chord is also still ringing. And then the previous, when you go to the next chord also, and the next one also. So it becomes a huge mess. So what you should do, you should let go, and press it again at the right moment. And the right moment is when? Is just after you have pressed the first note of the next chord. So we start with down. Now we go, play the C. It's still sounding, it's still ringing, as it should be. Then I press the A for the next chord. And I let go of my foot, and I press it in again. So everything I'm going to play from the moment I press my foot in will keep ringing. So I let this go, the whole C chord is gone. I press the A chord and the A chord will sound. Okay, there we go again. So start, down, there we go. A, press the note in, switch your foot up and down, and play this chord. And do it again with the F. So, the trick is, this is how it should sound, you know. If you switch too soon, if you let go too soon of your, you know, of the sustain pedal, it will sound like this. This is nice still. That's not what you want, because then you hear a gap between every chord change. You know, you don't want a gap. So you play out your first chord, have your foot on the pedal, press the first note of the next chord. As soon as you've pressed that, while you're pressing that, you lift the foot up and press it down again. Then you can let go of this, because the foot, you know, the sustain pedal will keep the sound ringing. So here we go again. We're slowly. Start, just press your foot there. So now everything I play now will keep ringing. Here we go. Now I'm going to my next chord. I press the A, and I leave this pressed, and I switch. And now the only thing I hear is what I'm going to play now, from now on. That's it. And if you feel like improvising with your right hand, just go ahead. You can use pretty much all the white keys. that's pretty much the technique, or we want to call it, with the sustain pedal. You play with the sustain pedal. Don't think about I have to press it to make it sound. No, you just press it, and everything will ring. And the only thing you have to do is just release it now and then on the right moment. Don't release it if you have your both hands up in the air, because you do that, then everything will stop. Listen. Release it later, you know. It's kind of, in the beginning it's kind of a difficult feeling, because you know you want to play on the one, you know, and you release just a little bit after the one, you know. So it's not like whoop. No, it's whoop. No. First foot, then change. Okay, there we go. Last time because and that's that. I hope that was clear. But we have more to do. So there we go. That was the sustain pedal thing. I'm already at 22 minutes. This is probably going to be my longest video ever. Like anybody's waiting for that. Okay, there we go. We're gonna put you here once again. There we go. So hey, there you are. So look, I don't know if you can see it, but I have removed the top from my piano. I don't think you can see it, can you? I'll move it a little bit here. Wait a second. I hope this probably might fall. Okay, this is it. Can you see this? This you can see, yeah? And this? Well, a little bit. Okay, I'll explain. We're going to do the silent pedal now. That's the middle pedal. That's the pedal that's the pedal that makes it soft. Like for example, if without any pedals I play this. That volume. I press the middle pedal, and you see something moving there. You don't see very well, but there's some piece of felt that's going over the strings. And the moment that happens, all the hammers that hammer on the strings have to hammer through the felt, so it will sound a lot softer. Look. It does have a kind of a nice sound to it, but pretty much it's invented for if you have nasty neighbors, like I do. I hate my neighbors. I don't hate my neighbors, yes I do. So you can play at home in the evening and practice without waking anybody's children up or themselves. You release it and then you really have the... So that's the middle pedal, the mute pedal, not the silent. Then we have all the way on the left, we have the silent pedal. And if you try one note without the pedal, and then you press the pedal, and you press the pedal, and you press that same note, doesn't seem like a very big difference, does it? Still, there is a very subtle difference, and you only hear that when you play a lot, when you play a long time with the silent pedal and then let it go. No? So I'm going to play something using the, let's say, okay, I'll use the same chords again. Remember, here they are. Don't know if you can read them. I'll put them here. So C, A minor, F, G. I'm going to just press a silent pedal now. I'll leave it there and I'll just play. And then at one moment I'll let it go and you'll hear it. And that's what the silent pedal does. No, I'm going to also use the sustain pedal, which is no problem to use at the same time. This doesn't work here. I hope you've written it down. If not, go back 75 minutes and then you'll see it again. Here we go. I'm gonna let it go now. Now, so you hear that silent pedal, that silent, there you go. That silent pedal really silences it. It's very subtle. If you look at the hammers, those are the hammers that ring. Oh, look, this is nice. This is nice. I always wanted to do this for a video. Here we go. You saw that? I'm back. Yeah. If I press the silent pedal, look what happens with those hammers. They see that? They go that way. So they're closer to the strings. So when you hit them, they don't have such a long distance to hit the string, because the longer the distance, the harder they hit the strings. Yeah, so you shorten that distance from the hammer to the strings, they will sound softer. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much. Was there something else? No, that was pretty much it. I hope this worked, because I put the phone. Oh, it's almost falling. The phone almost fell down. Here we go again. I am going to wish everybody. Okay, that's the funny light thing going on. I wish everybody a very good weekend. Thank you very much for an evening full of wonderment. Once again, here with me, your host for this evening, Fred Handel. The Yellow Hippo Studios are here. I have one little sip left of the beer testing, because I didn't finish that. See if it changed anything. It did not. I bid you a good weekend. Thank you very much for watching. And subscribe on one of these buttons there below. Or not.